Hello guys, and welcome to this video. We'll be looking at the implementation station. We're looking at the overview of the implementation station. So by way of introduction, the implementation station of the OSCE is that station where you interact or administer oral medications. I take it again. It's a station where you administer oral medications, only oral medications. So if you see any other form of routes, maybe like IV, parenteral, any other routes, oxygen administration, you are not given. Okay, so it's only oral. So that let's establish that first fact. The second fact is that time is not your friend in this station. So you have just 15 minutes to complete everything, including your documentation. Number 3, do not forget to always complete your paperwork. Your paperwork, where you are supposed to write your name. For example, in the first page of your paperwork, you write your name. In the second page of your paperwork, you write your name, your initial, your signature, and the word or the base. Then in the different aspects of the charts, anywhere you give your medication, you will have to sign. But please, there's a caution here. Do not, and I repeat, do not sign before administering your medication. It can put you into a lot of trouble, and we don't want that to happen. So always sign after you've administered your medication. That has been the rule of thumb. Okay, so now, what do we need to know, okay, in our implementation station? That is a 15-minute station. You are giving oral medication. So what are the steps? The steps is, first you go in, you do your scene safety check, you close your curtains and your windows, provide privacy, do your hand hygiene according to World Health Organization. Then introduce yourself to your patient. Then after you've introduced your patient, tell the patient what you are there to do, or what procedure you're about to carry. So tell them that you're here to administer their oral medications, and you are seeking for their consent or permission to proceed. After that, you do your ID check. ID check means the patient will tell you their name, their date of birth. Then you double check that with your own records, which will be given to you. All right. Something like this, a paperwork that will be given to you on that day of exam. So this is a paperwork. It will be also on the screen for you to look at it very well. So as the patient is talking, telling you their name, you are going through to cross-check that this name and date of birth is correct. Then also on their hand, there's a wristband on their hand. It could either be a white wristband indicating that the patient does not have any allergy, or red wristband indicating that the patient has one form of allergy. Now you have to check through all of this first. Then after you've done this ID check, the next is to check for allergy. Very important. As a matter of fact, if you've done everything right and you omit allergy, trust me, it's going to be a big issue. So ask for allergy. All right, now after you've done all of this, the next thing is to check for your 5 R's. Okay, so we have the right patient, the right drug, the right time, the right route, and the right dose. Okay, all right. So in addition, now we also have right documentation. All of this, you have to put it into place. So you tell the patient that you want to check the 5 R's with them. Now what do you do now? At this point, you will read the charts from the beginning, which is from the second page down to the last page. Now please, this is where you have to be very fast while you do that. Read it very fast as you go along, and then note the medications that are due at your time. For example, this chart I'm holding here, all right, this chart I am supposed to, assume it is today and it is 1600 hours. So it means any medication that does not fall under 1600 hours, I'm not going to administer it. So while I read through my chart, any medication that falls under 1600 hours and everything about the medication is correct, the dosage is correct, the time, the frequency, the prescriber, which is the doctor's signature, blip number, and everything is complete, then I know I'm going to give it. So what I'm going to do is I'll just put a dot, inform my examiner that I'm going to just put a dot to note that I'm going to give this medication later on. Do not sign, okay? Do not sign at this point. Now, when you've noted the medications you are going to give after this, then you go to your medication box, pick your medication, check for their expiration date. Very, very important. This can also put you into a lot of trouble if you do not check your expiration date. Check your expiration date. If it is medications like injection or other stations, check for their batch number and stuffs like that. Now, after doing all of this, you dish the medication into this little cups, okay, these tiny cups, white cups. Don't put all the medication into one cups, put them in separate cups, and then put everything inside a tray that is cleaned already. All right, so you could either seek that for permission from the examiner to know if that has been done. So put everything and come back to your patient. When you are back to your patient, please, you will still have to do another ID check. Okay, so you ask the patient again for their name, date of birth, hospital number, and stuff like that. Then ask for allergy before proceeding. Now, when you've done the second ID check and allergy, then now is the time to ask additional questions. For example, do you have difficulty in swallowing? If your patient say no, that's fine. The second question you will ask here is ask if they want the medication together or separately. Now, additionally, don't forget that each of these medications that you are about to give, you are meant to explain the class and the side effects to your patient. Very important. Okay, so if peradventure you forget to do this before administering, after you have administered, or at any stage you forget anything, please do not forget to still verbalize it. Just say it out. So for these medications that you've dished, only the ones you've dished, state their class and state the side effects. Okay, now after you've done that, give the patient the medication and water, which will be provided on your exam day, and your patient will not actually literally swallow the medication in real terms. Okay, so it's either the patient will put it in his hand and do as if he's swallowing, or your assessor can quickly come and collect it from his hand, and then he will just do as if he's swallowing. But the rule of thumb is that you have given the medication. After this, you can now come back and now sign in all the areas or in all the medications you've administered. Very, very important. So that is just implementation at a glance. But just trust me, it is way deeper than just everything I've said. There are other aspects that will be covered in subsequent videos. So watch out for other videos that still relates to implementation, and then where we are going to have a real life scenario on implementation. I hope this video is useful. If you benefit from it, please share and then like this video. Thank you.